African valor, strong and true. Every single thing they do.
Long before the clash of empires, the Shona people lived in the heart of Zimbabwe. Their land was rich with rivers, mountains, and sacred forests where spirits were said to dwell. Here, prophecy was not myth, it was power. Into this world, around 1840, a girl was born, Charwe Nyakasikana. She was no ordinary child. From a young age, elders whispered that the spirit of Nehanda, a powerful ancestral guardian, lived within her. As she grew, Charwe became the chosen medium of Ambuya Nehanda, the revered female spirit. She was no longer just Charwe, she became Nehanda herself, the living voice of the ancestors. Chiefs, warriors, and farmers came to her for guidance. In her presence, even the strongest men bowed. To the Shona, Nehanda was not just a leader, she was the bridge between the living and the dead. But far away, a storm was brewing. The British Empire, hungry for land and wealth, cast its eyes on Zimbabwe. They called it Rhodesia, after Cecil Rhodes, the man who sought to build an empire from Cape to Cairo. When British settlers arrived, they brought rifles, taxes, and forced labor. Villagers were ordered to pay hut taxes in coins they did not have. Resistance was inevitable. In this moment of fear, Nehanda's voice rose, "This land is ours. The spirits will fight with us. We must not bow." Her prophecy ignited the hearts of her people. The Shona and Ndebele rose together in what history calls the First Chimurenga, the First War of Liberation. Spears clashed against rifles, but the warriors fought with the courage of their ancestors. Ambuya Nehanda was not on the battlefield with a sword. Her weapon was prophecy. She declared that no matter how strong the colonizers' guns were, the ancestors would never abandon their children. The rebellion shook the empire, but the British responded with brutal force. Villages were burned, crops destroyed, and people slaughtered in the name of conquest. Colonial spies and informants began to hunt down the leaders of the resistance. Warriors were captured one by one, until finally, Ambuya Nehanda herself was betrayed and taken prisoner. They bound her in chains, but Nehanda did not bow. Even as the soldiers mocked her, she walked with the dignity of a queen, whispering prayers to the ancestors. In a colonial court, Nehanda stood accused of murdering a British officer. The trial was swift, unfair, and designed for only one verdict, death. The judge declared she would be hanged. But Nehanda's eyes did not waver. She simply nodded, as though she had already seen the future. In 1898, they marched her to the gallows. The crowd wept. Some fainted. But she, the Spirit Mother, walked with a steady step. As the noose tightened around her neck, she spoke the words that history would never forget, "My bones shall rise again." With her death, the First Chimurenga fell silent. But her words planted seeds that no empire could crush. Years passed. Generations grew under colonial rule. Yet, whenever despair grew heavy, the people whispered, "Nehanda's bones shall rise again." Though her body was gone, her spirit was said to wander the forests and rivers of Zimbabwe. To some, she appeared in dreams. To others, her voice came in the rustling of the trees. The British tightened their grip on the land, forcing Africans into labor, seizing cattle, and crushing traditions. Yet, the memory of Nehanda kept hope alive. In the 1960s and 70s, a new generation of freedom fighters took up arms. Guerrilla fighters carried rifles, but in their hearts, they carried Nehanda's prophecy. Every bullet fired, every march, every sacrifice was made with the cry, "Nehanda's bones shall rise again." She had become more than a woman, she was the soul of a nation. Finally, in 1980, Zimbabwe gained independence. The prophecy was fulfilled. Her bones had risen, not in flesh, but in the spirit of a free people. Today, her memory stands tall. In the capital city, a statue of Ambuya Nehanda rises above the streets, a reminder that one woman's courage can outlive empires. Nehanda's life was short, but her voice eternal. She proved that true power is not in armies or empires, but in the spirit of a people who refuse to be broken. This is the legacy of Ambuya Nehanda, the woman who fought with prophecy and became the mother of Zimbabwe's freedom. Her story reminds us, voices may be silenced, but truth never dies. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like our videos and share, and if you want to dive deeper into the stories of Africa's greatest legends, subscribe to our YouTube channel at African Valor, where history rises again.